Love after 60. When he talks like this, he's only using you. Have you ever heard an older man say certain things to you that made you feel special in the moment, but later you wondered if he truly meant them? One of the biggest problems women face in relationships today is confusing words with intentions. See, men know that words are powerful. A single sentence can open your heart, lower your guard, and make you feel connected. But here's the catch. Not every man after 60 who says sweet words is being honest. Some men use words as a strategy, not because they care, but because they want something, and that's where the problem starts. When a man is only using you, his words follow patterns. Welcome back to my channel, it's Vernon again. In this video, I'm going to talk about 4 specific ways a man talks when he's not building a real connection. He's using you. Before we go further, make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future conversations about love, boundaries, and emotional truth. After 60 now, let's begin by looking at how this way of speaking often shows up and why it's so easy to ignore at first. Number 1. He talks about his problems endlessly but never makes room for yours. One of the clearest signs a man is using you after 60 is the way conversation always circles back to him. He talks at length about his stress, his loneliness, his past, his disappointments. You may think he trusts me or he feels safe opening up to me, but over time you notice a pattern. When you share something personal, he listens briefly, then mute the conversation back to himself. Your feelings are acknowledged just enough to keep you engaged, but never explored. There's no follow-up, no curiosity. This isn't vulnerability, it's emotional extraction. A man who is using you treats you like an emotional container, a place to unload, to soothe himself, to feel supported without offering the same presence in return. He feels better after talking to you. You feel heavier. After 60, this pattern becomes especially risky because many women have spent a lifetime learning how to listen, how to support, and how to hold emotional space for others. Compassion and patience come naturally. Men who speak this way often sense that they lean into it, not with the intention of building a shared life, but with the expectation of being comforted without responsibility. What they are seeking isn't partnership, it's relief. Relief from loneliness, relief from having to face their own emotional work, and instead of doing that work themselves, they use conversation to offload it onto you. A healthy connection, especially later in life, is a mutual exchange. There is curiosity in both directions, care flows both ways. When a man's words consistently center on his struggles, his needs, and his emotional comfort, while your experiences remain secondary or quickly brushed past, then in balance. Number 2, he uses vague, comforting language that avoids commitment. Another way a man may be using you after 60 is through language that sounds warm, but never quite lands. He says things like, "I really enjoy what we have. Let's just see where this goes," or, "I don't like labels at our age." On the surface, these words feel calm and mature, but over time, they create uncertainty instead of clarity. This kind of talk keeps you emotionally invested while giving him room to stay unaccountable. He benefits from closeness, attention, and support, yet never defines his intentions or direction. You feel reassured briefly, but nothing actually changes. After 60, this isn't about taking things slow, it's about avoiding responsibility. A man who wants partnership uses language that aligns with action. A man who is using you uses language to delay action. Vague comfort can feel reassuring in the moment, especially if you value peace. It smooths over discomfort and postpones difficult conversations. But later in life, real connection depends on emotional honesty, not on keeping things pleasantly undefined. Clarity becomes a form of respect. Have you ever felt temporarily reassured by someone's words only to realize later that nothing truly changed? Share your experience in the comments. Recognizing these patterns together can be increasingly empowering when a man consistently uses soft, soothing words to quiet your concerns without ever giving you real answers. He's trying to avoid being accountable. His language is designed to keep you close while keeping his options open. And over time, that imbalance quietly costs you emotional security, which we'll explore right this. Number 3. He frames everything around his needs and calls it being honest. After 60, he often says things like, "I'm just being honest," or, "At this stage of life, I have to do what's best for me." On the surface, this sounds healthy and self-aware, but pay attention to the pattern beneath it. His honesty always seems to work in one direction: his schedule, his comfort, his emotional limits, his preferences. When you express a need or boundary of your own, he acknowledges it politely, then explains why it doesn't really fit his life. The conversation ends with you adjusting, waiting, or understanding, while he remains unchanged. This isn't mutual honesty, it's self-dramatization. Dressed up as emotional maturity. After 60, real emotional awareness should lead to balance, compromise, and shared responsibility. Not to one person being permanently centered while the other keeps adjusting. A man who genuinely wants partnership uses honesty to move closer. He listens, reflects, and adapts. He's willing to be slightly uncomfortable if it means protecting the connection. His words don't shut things down, they invite collaboration. They signal, "Let's figure this out together." A man who is using you does the opposite. It becomes a way to explain why nothing can change, why your needs are inconvenient, or why the relationship must stay exactly as it benefits him. His truth is final, yours is negotiable. The issue when his needs are framed as fixed and non-negotiable, while yours are treated as flexible, optional, or politely dismissed as understandable but unrealistic. That imbalance is not accidental. In that case, his way of speaking isn't about being authentic. It's about maintaining control while continuing to receive your time, care, and emotional energy. Number 4. He turns your concerns into overthinking or sensitivity. This kind of language quietly shifts responsibility away from him and places it onto you. The focus is no longer on his behavior or the dynamic between you. It's on your reaction. Your feelings become the problem, not the situation. Eat too over time. This can make you doubt your own emotional instincts. After 60, emotional maturity shows itself in the ability to stay present with another person's concerns, even when those concerns are uncomfortable or inconvenient. A man who truly wants connection doesn't rush to explain your feelings away. He's willing to slow down and understand what's being brought into the space, even if it challenges him. A man who is using you does the opposite. He reaches for minimizing language to end the conversation quickly. By labeling your concerns as overthinking or sensitivity, he avoids accountability. Your discomfort becomes an interruption rather than something worthy of care. If you start to notice a pattern where you leave conversations feeling embarrassed for speaking up, apologizing for having needs, or doubting your own emotional clarity, that's a signal worth taking seriously. And that is not understanding its imbalance. Language like this isn't meant to bring you closer, it's meant to preserve comfort on one side, while the emotional labor quietly shifts onto you. Recognizing that pattern is often the first step toward protecting your voice, your boundaries, and your sense of self later in life. After 60, words matter more than ever, not because they sound kind or mature, but because of what they create in you over time. The way a man speaks can either bring clarity and safety or quietly drain your energy while keeping you emotionally attached. And the difference isn't always obvious at first. The patterns we've talked about aren't about mistakes or poor communication. They're about imbalance. When his words consistently center his needs, soften accountability, dismiss your feelings, or keep you uncertain, the relationship stops being mutual. It becomes something you carry more than you share. You don't walk away from conversations doubting yourself, apologizing for your needs, or wondering if you asked for too much. You feel heard, considered, respected. That's the standard, not intensity, not promises, not comforting words that never turn into action. And if this conversation resonated with you, take a moment to like this video. It truly helps the channel grow and reach others who may need this clarity. Share it with a friend, a partner, or someone you care about who might be navigating similar dynamics later in life. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you won't miss our future videos. I'm Vernon. Thank you for watching my video till now and see you next time.